This is public presentations. This portion of the meeting is reserved for members of the public who would like to address this board on matters that are within the jurisdiction of the Kern County Board of Supervisors, but are not on today's specific agenda, but still within our jurisdiction. Good morning, welcome. Nice to see you.
Good morning, board.
Morning, Jess. Can you state your name? I know we know you, but for the record.
Jess Sanders. Concerned citizens reviewed the original documents submitted by the Dominion voting machine with the Secretary of State dated October 18, 2019. It's important to notice that the major system changes were adopted September 4, 2020, less than 1 year later. We have included both documents in your handouts. You will notice that the major changes were not approved directly by the Secretary of State, Alex Padilla, or the Deputy Secretary of State, Susan Lapsley. The September 4, 2020 changes were signed in effect by a designee. These changes were made 1 month prior to the 2020 election. This is the same system we're still using today. Our concern is the county jurisdiction was usurped by the state by not allowing the county to self-verify the accuracy of the county data as required to maintain continuous control of the county data. Again, note that the county jurisdiction was usurped by the contract signed by Dominion and the Secretary of State in this section. Thank you.
Morning.
Good morning, board. Good to see you this morning, Madam Chair. Thank you so much, and all the hardworking staff. My name is Glenn Clayton, C-L-A-Y-T-O-N. I want to begin where Jess left off there for point of concern number 3. We request the Elections Office official explain the relationship of the DFM Associates, the EIMS, with the Dominion System and Register of Voter Rolls to the Board of Supervisors. Concern number 4, concerned citizens request the Board of Supervisors to personally review external security seals used on all the voting equipment. Number 5, concerned citizens request the Board of Supervisors to make inquiry to any Kern County voting equipment that has been disposed of and to what entity it was given. At the bottom of the document, the approved changes were based on the application change notes, testing performed, review by the state approved testing authority, which did not go through the rigorous review of the original Dominion system submission that had been approved 3 months prior in October the 18th, 2019. Notice the addition of the ballot to include a watermark and non-scannable barcode. Concerned citizens would like to verify as the ballots are received that the watermark is recognized prior to the scanning ballots. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Dennis McLean, MC, capital L-E-A-N. Good morning, Madam Chair,
Good morning.
supervisors, and staff. I'm going to be speaking on this the press release dated June 17th, 2025. Attorney General Ken Paxton opened investigation in 33 potential non-citizens who allegedly voted in the 2024 general election after Texas Secretary of State Jay Nelson referred the cases to the Office of the Attorney General. Non-citizens must not be allowed to influence American elections, and I will use the full weight of my office to investigate all fraud, voter fraud, said Attorney General Paxton. In order to be able to trust the integrity of our elections, the results must be determined by our own citizens, not foreign nationals breaking the law to illegally vote. These potential instances are unlawful voting, will be thoroughly investigated, and I will continue to stand with President Trump in fighting to ensure that our state's elections are safe and secure. The referral from the Secretary Nelson comes after Texas gained access to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, SAVE database. Texas was able to access the database following President Trump's signing of an executive order directing the Department of Homeland Security to offer the database at no cost to all states in order to preserve the integrity of our elections. Attorney General Paxton has long been a champion for election integrity. He recently announced the indictments and arrest of 6 people, including public officials, for election crimes related to a vote harvesting scheme in Frio County. All California citizens should pay attention to this activity in this sanctuary state ran by an incompetent leader. Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning to the supervisors. God bless America. My name is Charles Shen. I am a retired Marine and a concerned citizen. I want to first start by thanking the supervisors for their attention and action given not only to improve elections in Kern, but also their work and information garnered to assist our local economy. Thank you very much. The form before you, titled Voting Systems Used by Counties, showing all 58 counties and the voting systems each use with the providers listed. Concerned citizens would like to encourage future research by looking into the other providers as a cost savings and time savings investment to Kern County elections. As a reminder, 2024 witnessed several system provider failures. March 5th, we had 5.5-hour poll book malfunctions for in-person voters by mixing up voters' precincts. We had mapping issues, which created a lawsuit and delayed a election or a candidate from being sworn in for a school board. We had the 5 November Taft residents were mailed ballots that had to be precincts, which were 70-mile distant location. A quick synopsis of the other providers. We have Dominion here in Kern, which is a North American company. It is headquartered in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It was founded in 2002 and now has offices in Denver, Colorado. We have ES&S, which stands for Election System Software, an American company based out of Omaha, Nebraska, started in 1979. And finally, we have Hart InterCivic, which is a private U.S.-held company based out of Austin, Texas. They started printing ballots in 1912, and their InterCivic portion for elections equipment started in 2000. Thank you.
Thank you for this, Mr. Shin.